Yeah, and then coming to a point where I said, I don't know who I am, but I want to know who I am, and to also engage with my world with honesty. The dishonest piece was very strong for me, and so the threshold which I crossed over into this new world also entailed losing everything in the former world, sadly, right? But being in this space now, it's a lot more meaningful now. Like, there's a cost. I think there's a cost to integrity or living with integrity, right? So that was my. So when you were sharing just a little tad bit of yours, I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, I would love to hear your
Yeah.
trajectory too.
Well, no, it's funny you ask. I think actually the biggest learning I had that kind of set off this whole journey, and I don't think it actually ever ends. Like I don't think you ever
I agree.
done.
I
It's
agree.
I got it all checked.
So
I can
true.
move on with my life.
Yeah.
Is actually this. I think is being comfortable just talking about it. I think that sets any person up for exploration. And so for me, the hardest part that I was up against when I was a lot younger was that nature versus nurture piece in my family, and the fact that there isn't much emotional vulnerability in that household when I was growing up, and so I didn't really know how to.
Yeah.
Didn't really learn that.
It
It's
was
a hard thing
modeled.
to just learn from a book or a movie. You
Yeah.
actually have to experience it.
I agree.
And so for me, I found that when I really leaned into my social circles, when I moved away from home, when I really got a lot of distance, I was able to kind of thrust myself into this world, and in a bit of a adapt or die mindset,
Yeah.
start figuring out myself, start figuring out what's important to me, and then based on that, start figuring out how I want to contribute and add value to this world. And I think that would be very, very difficult to do without going through some of these like self-awareness practices, talking with friends, going to talk to psychologists, finding solace in various communities on the internet helped a lot. Helped me see that having the conversation and
Yeah.
talking about it
Yeah.
is not actually a bad thing. It doesn't diminish my masculinity. It doesn't diminish the way that I see myself in the mirror. If anything, it complements it and enhances it. And I think that really set off, like that really just had all the dominoes falling in the right direction.